Roman Reigns drops a spoiler on his status for WrestleMania. Bron Breakker is forced to miss WrestleMania 42. WWE superstars get involved in Super Bowl controversies. Santos Escobar almost died. AJ Styles' AEW status. Breaking. Johnny Gargano confirms his WWE exit. The WWE puts Oba Femi on the same level with Brock Lesnar. The WWE has no plans for WrestleMania 42 as of yet. And much, much more. Let's start off with Bron Breakker is forced to miss WrestleMania 42. The Vision has seemingly suffered another major blow, as recent reports suggest that former two-time WWE Intercontinental Champion Bron Breakker has suffered a hernia and might be out for a while. That being said, with WrestleMania 42 approaching, Breakker might miss the showcase of the Immortals. What's next if Bron is now missing the show of shows? Number 1. A massive WWE match is getting canceled? According to a report by the Wrestling Observer newsletter, WON, Seth Rollins will be ready to return to the Stamford-based promotion on the road to the showcase of the Immortals. Moreover, the same report suggested that the Visionary will face Bron Breakker in a singles match. However, if the former IC champion is out of action, the bout may be affected. Number 2. Paul Heyman's stable will get weak. With Braun out of action, it will be another major blow to the Vision faction and to their road to WrestleMania. The heel stable may become weaker, as Breakker is widely considered the muscle of the crew. The stable is currently in a feud with multiple stars, and without the former IC champion, they might face consequences, especially with LA Knight gunning for the entire group. Number 3. Another shocking betrayal could take place. At the WWE Royal Rumble Premium Live event, Bron Breakker was brutally attacked by a masked mystery man, which led to his early elimination. He was already banged up from the attack and a stomp on the floor before he could have entered the ring. Triple H could pull the trump card and write off Braun from television, similar to Seth Rollins, and then Logan Paul might emerge as the mystery man. Further, the entire faction could lay the 28-year-old rising star out for being a constant problem and even for failing to bring the gold to the group. WWE superstars involved in Super Bowl controversies. The controversy surrounding Bad Bunny's Super Bowl LX halftime show took another sharp turn, but this time from inside the Paul family. After Jake Paul sparked backlash by calling for a boycott of Bad Bunny's performance, his brother Logan Paul publicly distanced himself from the boycott and made his stance clear on Twitter. Logan directly contradicted Jake's framing of the situation and defending Puerto Rican representation on one of the biggest stages in entertainment. "I love my brother, but I don't agree with this Puerto Ricans are Americans, and I'm happy they were given the opportunity to showcase the talent that comes from the island." The statement immediately reframed the conversation. While Jake Paul had accused Bad Bunny of being anti-American and urged viewers to turn off the halftime show entirely, Logan's response rejected that premise outright and suggested inclusion rather than outrage. Jake's original post called for a coordinated blackout and questioned Bad Bunny's citizenship while tying the performance to political issues. That message drew criticism from multiple corners of the internet, but Logan's response stood out because it came from the person most expected to stay silent or back him. Purposefully turning off the halftime show, let's rally together and show big corporations they can't just do whatever they want without consequences, which equals viewership for them. You are their benefit. Realize you have power. Turn off this halftime. A fake American citizen performing who publicly hates America. I cannot support that, Jake posted to Twitter. By publicly disagreeing, Logan shifted attention away from the boycott itself and onto the cultural significance of Bad Bunny's performance, which centered on Puerto Rican identity and visibility during the Super Bowl. Do you think Logan Paul's response helped calm the controversy, or did it just draw more attention to Jake Paul's original comments? WWE and AEW stars turn out for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 60 was not just a showcase for football. It also turned into a low-key wrestling meetup, as stars from across the industry were spotted in attendance. The game took place on February 8th in Santa Clara, California, with the New England Patriots facing off against the Seattle Seahawks. As expected, the Super Bowl drew a massive celebrity crowd, and the pro wrestling world was well represented inside the building. Among those attending were Seth Rollins, Kofi Kingston, Becky Lynch, Swerve Strickland, and Darby Allin. AEW part-timer Big Boom AJ was also in attendance, along with several other wrestling figures and personalities. While many Super Bowl appearances are accompanied by social media posts or live reactions, several of the wrestlers spotted at the game kept things low-key, opting to enjoy the event without posting immediate commentary. Still, their presence didn't go unnoticed. With wrestling stars continuing to pop up at major mainstream events, Super Bowl 60 served as another reminder of how closely the worlds of sports, entertainment, and wrestling continue to overlap. Santos Escobar almost died. Santos Escobar was missing from WWE for several months before returning at AAA last month. The former Legado del Fantasma member recently shared an interesting update on Instagram where he revealed that he had almost died, something that had given him a new outlook on life. Still here, doing what I love. Almost died. Except I didn't. I'm back, and this time, I'm not my destiny. I'm the hands of destiny, he wrote. It seems that Escobar has been going through a lot of stuff off-screen over the past few months, and following his return, he now has a new lease on life that he wants to use fully. Santos Escobar departed WWE in October 2025 after his contract with the company expired, but this led to a brief period of uncertainty, during which it was believed that Escobar had left. It was later revealed that he had re-signed to WWE, but he still remained away from the company for several months before returning at AAA on January 17th. He has since been part of AAA storylines and hasn't yet returned to WWE TV. There was a belief that Escobar would be part of the Royal Rumble, but he was another star who failed to feature, with even Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo missing the event. Legado del Fantasma seemingly hasn't been the same since the release of Elektra Lopez, who seemed to hold the group together. Escobar appears to have been moved to AAA now, but Garza and Humberto haven't featured on SmackDown for several weeks either. With the tag team division once again heating up, it will be interesting to see if we see the return of Los Garza, or if the group returns as Legado del Fantasma instead. AJ Styles' AEW status. A recent report has shed light on rumors of AJ Styles heading to AEW after he retired from WWE. The Phenomenal One hung up his wrestling boots at Royal Rumble 2026. Last year, AJ Styles announced that he would retire from in-ring competition sometime in 2026. However, nobody expected that it would come as soon as this year's Royal Rumble. On the show, Styles locked horns with Gunther, with his career on the line. Despite putting in an excellent performance inside the ring, the Phenomenal One couldn't defeat the ring general. The bout ultimately ended in the former Imperium leader's favor after he made AJ pass out with the sleeper hold. Since his WWE retirement, several reports suggest that Styles might not be done with wrestling just yet and could sign with AEW. However, according to Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, AEW has approached AJ Styles multiple times throughout his career, but he has remained loyal to WWE. Meltzer highlighted that the Jacksonville-based promotion has been attempting to sign the Phenomenal One since 2019, and even after the strong leadership of Tony Khan, Styles refused to join them multiple times. During a recent edition of his My World with Jeff Jarrett podcast, the wrestling veteran said he believed AJ Styles would return to the ring at some point in the future. Jarrett added that Styles' gesture of taking off his gloves and putting them back on after his loss to Gunther didn't give a proper answer to his retirement plans. We have not seen the last of AJ Styles in the ring. It may be a year, it may be 2 years. I don't know, Jarrett said. The taking off gloves and not all that kind of stuff, it's curious. It's certainly right up there in the top 3, top 5 stories of what's going to happen next. It remains to be seen what WWE legend AJ Styles has planned for his future in the pro wrestling world. Breaking. Johnny Gargano confirms his WWE exit. A lot of stars leave the WWE every year to pursue their in-ring career elsewhere. It is common for wrestlers to leave and join other companies during the start of the year. 2 major names have now teased leaving the Stamford-based promotion in an abrupt manner. The names are Johnny Gargano and his wife Candice LeRae from SmackDown. Johnny Gargano was one of the biggest names in NXT during the Black and Gold era. He was one of the defining stars of the company's developmental brand and is a former NXT champion. His run as a tag team and rivalry with Tommaso Ciampa is widely considered among the company's finest storylines. Ciampa recently parted ways with the Stamford-based company and joined All Elite Wrestling. There is a chance that Gargano and Candice could also join him there very soon. It was noticed that the couple has removed any mentions of WWE from the bio of their X accounts. This could be a hint that the two are also on their way out from the company. It will be interesting to see if Gargano and LeRae will also join Tommaso Ciampa in AEW soon. After spending nearly a decade in the company, Ciampa left WWE recently. He was a part of the SmackDown Tag Team division with Gargano. He debuted in the Tony Khan-led promotion recently after accepting Mark Briscoe's open challenge for the TNT Championship. He defeated Briscoe on Collision few weeks ago to win the TNT title in his first match in the company. He has taken up the moniker of Psycho Killer and refers to his newly won title as Sylvie. Many fans have argued that Ciampa is being treated better as a single star by Khan's creative as compared to Triple H. It will be interesting to see what's next for the former WWE Tag Team Champion in All Elite Wrestling. The WWE puts Oba Femi on the same level with Brock Lesnar. WWE recently made a major decision regarding Oba Femi after his impressive performance at the Royal Rumble 2026. Brock Lesnar was also featured in the company's big move, Oba Femi was the first entrant in this year's Men's Royal Rumble match. The ruler eliminated several stars from the 30-man competition before coming face-to-face with Brock Lesnar. This battle was ultimately won by the Beast Incarnate, as he eliminated Femi from the match. However, Lesnar didn't go on to win the bout either, as he was thrown out of the Rumble by Cody Rhodes and LA Knight. Since the Royal Rumble, many reports suggest that the Triple H-led creative team is looking to book a clash between Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 42. Amid these rumors, the Stamford-based promotion has made a major decision regarding Femi. On WWE's website, the ruler has been shifted to the free agent section alongside Lesnar and Omos. During a recent edition of the Busted Open podcast, wrestling legend Bully Ray said he believed it was too soon to book Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar because he feels Femi doesn't have the credibility yet to beat someone like Lesnar. Ray also mentioned that Gunther could be someone who could defeat the Beast Incarnate, as he has built enough credibility. I could never say, absolutely not, they would not do Brock and Oba. I couldn't say that because they could. I feel that it's much too soon for Oba as far as the credibility of having a shot of beating Brock Lesnar. Gunther has been built to be credible enough to defeat Brock. Oba still has a ways to go, he added. It remains to be seen what the Triple H-led creative team has planned for Oba Femi's future. Batista's serious confession on his personal life. Batista is one of the greatest wrestlers turned actors. Batista, real name Dave Bautista, graced Hollywood in 2009 and acted in small roles throughout the next few years. However, his struggle began in this period itself, where he found it difficult to land roles. In an interview back in 2014, he mentioned losing everything and rebuilding due to Drax the Destroyer. Speaking on the Guardians of the Galaxy Southeast Asia press tour, Batista spoke of his early struggles. He recalled a story, unknown of the exact timeline, of when he was headed to the gym. That's when his manager, Jonathan Meisner, called and added his agent to the call too. The statement said to Dave was, "Congratulations, Mr. Drax." The former Evolution member states that he instantly broke down in tears. This was a big deal to him and was truly life-changing. Bautista claims that it was hard for him to leave behind wrestling, but harder was to struggle in those years getting acting roles. He kept on auditioning for various roles until he landed the Drax role, which was make or break. "Congratulations, Mr. Drax." And I literally just broke down. I drove home. I was just a mess. And people love this story for some reason. They were amused by hearing me say that I broke down in tears, but it was a big deal to me. I can never explain to people how big this was for me. It was a life-changing thing for me. It was hard for me to leave behind wrestling, and I worked and struggled and worked and struggled and auditioned, and finally got the dream role of a lifetime. It was like, make or break, said Batista. The 2005 Royal Rumble winner explained that he lost everything he gained from wrestling. The sole reason was that he wanted to take a chance on himself and follow his passion for acting. He eventually held the role for nearly a decade, appearing in multiple Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. After leaving WWE in 2010, he struggled as an actor for 4 years, but he finally got the Drax break. Now that he was stable enough, Batista thought of giving it a final run in 2014. He was a constant throughout the first half and ended his small yet impactful run. However, he felt the need to end his career perfectly against Triple H. Dave thought it was befitting for HHH to be his final opponent. The person who put him over 3 times in his career had to be honored. That's when, in 2019, the idea of Batista versus Triple H at WrestleMania 35 came in. A no-holds-barred bout between them resulted in Hunter's win and a farewell to the animal. The WWE has no plans for WrestleMania 42 as of yet. There has been a huge update regarding WWE's plans for WrestleMania 42. The show of shows will air live in April from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. According to a new report from Fightful Select, the promotion remains largely unsure of the plans for WrestleMania this year. The report noted that many original plans for the event simply have not been presented, and that a majority of the card remains under discussion. Roman Reigns eliminated Gunther to win the Men's Royal Rumble match at the PLE last weekend in Saudi Arabia. The Tribal Chief appeared during the final segment of this past Monday's episode of WWE Raw to reveal who he would be selecting as his WrestleMania opponent. SmackDown star Cody Rhodes recently shared his thoughts on WrestleMania being in Allegiant Stadium once again this year. Speaking on Grave Conversations, the American Nightmare noted that he lost to John Cena at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. Rhodes also discussed his journey from wrestling in front of small crowds to now performing in sold-out stadiums. Well, for me, the thing that's always made me feel most alive and now more than ever, really just the fire is not even close to being out. I love pro wrestling. I love sports entertainment. I love WWE. The fact that we're heading towards WrestleMania again in Las Vegas, and the idea that I lost at Allegiant Stadium. You've got 50 to 80,000 people at these events 2 nights in a row. To perform in stadiums as a wrestler who watched you talking about my first match in front of maybe, generously 60 people to be in front of stadiums, Rhodes said. The WWE has no plans for WrestleMania 42 as of yet. WWE recently uploaded a vlog of Roman Reigns' day backstage at the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Before making his entrance in the men's Rumble match, the Tribal Chief seemingly dropped a spoiler about his status for WrestleMania 43, which will also be held in the Middle East next year. Need I say more? It was only a matter of time. Now the real work starts. In 1 year's time, 1 year and a couple of months, this city is mine again. I'm gonna choke the life out of this game, Reigns said. The OTC's comments seemingly indicate that he will be in the main event of WrestleMania 43 and could win the world title at the show of shows this year. He could hold on to the World Heavyweight Championship till the premium live event in Saudi Arabia next year, based on his comments from the vlog. However, it remains to be seen how things turn out.